Hey, what's up guys? RC Freak here. I figured I'd do a video on all my rigs that I have so far. I'm gonna start with the Cherokee Bomber. The body's off right now. I took a pretty good roll and it cracked it. Took the roof off with it. Not sure how that happened, but I'm gonna buy a new one. Alright, I guess we'll just start right here. Stock wheels. The bead has ripped off of them multiple times. Just re-glued them until I get some bead locks. I like these tires. I think they're pretty good. They got some pretty good grip to them. I guess we can start at the front also now. Hi-Tech HS795 4SH. Had that since I got into the hobby. Great servo. It's plenty of, on 3S it's plenty of power to turn these big old BFGs, but incision links for the steering, stock CVDs, stock C-hubs, knuckles, stock housing. I actually cracked this housing once on 3S and bent this long axle shaft, and I replaced both of those. Stock shocks, cracked the bumper also. It's got some trail damage, that's for sure. Flip around. Once again, incision front links, 1/4 inch stainless steel. Upper incision links on the back, and then SSD trailing arms. These trailing arms have taken a major beating. See if I can get some pretty good shots of that for you guys. I highly recommend SST. I know this is not a paid promotion. I just support what I run. And then, not sure if you guys are going to be able to see it, but let me flip this around, see if I can get a shot in there maybe. I got an LRP Flow with cooling fan in there that came from my Team Associated buggy up there. And then I got see if I can get a good shot of that in there possibly. Probably not going to be able to get it, guys, sorry, but it's a Reedy Sonic 540 8.5 turn motor, which is about, don't quote me on this, but 4,300 kV I believe. And yeah, that's basically my Bomber. Move on to my Ascender now. This Ascender, in my personal opinion, is the best stock ready to run RC on the market. I switched over to Proline TSL XL Super Swampers, axial beadlocks. Of course, with a little bit of custom paint. Took the rear bumper off after probably about 4 months of running them, just because I didn't like the look. Stock rear axle housings, internals, everything in the rear end is stock. Stock shocks. The front end, everything's stock, except for these SSD steering C-hubs. And then those CVDs, they're actually stock, but I did break a set just from poor maintenance. I had this thing when I was just getting into the hobby, and I didn't really maintenance my stuff well. Just recently, I blew up the transmission, so that's up there. Gonna rebuild that. Opted to take out the front battery tray mount and do my own. I think it works a lot better because I can run a bigger battery and that's more weight. I actually run this 3S, this Venom 20C 6400 3S, 11.1 volt obviously, battery in this rig and even the Bomber. Sometimes I run the Bomber on a Venom 2S. Highly recommend Venom. If you know how to take care of batteries well, they will last you a very long time, and their lifetime warranty is phenomenal. Stock servo. Once again, when I was in the beginning of the hobby, I didn't know how to take care of my stuff very well. Blew up the ESC and the motor. I already opted to replace that with an axial 27 turn and an AE5 ESC that came out of the Bomber. And it's actually doing pretty well. I'm not a big fan of the axial AE5, but it's doing pretty good for me. But yeah. Stock links. 3-link front. 4-link rear. MIP drive shafts. Of course, they're not hooked up right now because the transmission's out of it. But my only complaint with this rig would be the front bumpers are pretty big and they stick around on stuff. But if you drive right, it will make you a better driver. Stock motor is pretty slow for me, and drive shafts are a complete pain. The only thing that I hate is you have to undo the diff cover, open up the diff, pull the axles out, pull the diff out to change a drive shaft. I think that's a little bit ridiculous, but oh well, it's the hobby, right? This is my axial SCX10 2.0 kit version. Hasn't even ran yet. I'm actually trying Pitbull tires out. Compared to the Swampers, I mean, these are sticky, but these are ridiculously sticky. I'm a fan of Pitbull tires after running these just a little bit. Custom front bumper, custom cage, and that's about it on that right now. And then let's see if I can pull this down. Team Associated Beef 44.2 buggy, I believe. 4-wheel drive. Full carbon fiber chassis. Big bore shocks. Team Associated wheels. I believe these are 61 millimeters and these are 64 millimeters. Proline Dirt Hogs. And a tactic servo. Like I said, I kind of robbed all the electronics out of the Associated buggy to use in the Bomber, because the Bomber's a little bit more fun. That's actually for sale right now. And then I have, let's see if I can get this here, my very first axial SCX10-2. It was a SCX10 G6, not the kit version, ready to run. I got a lot of upgrades on this one. Stock shock still. This is back, oh man, 3 years maybe. And I'm running all stock internals, eBay, C-hubs, and knuckles. I'm going to replace those with Vanquish pretty soon, but they've done the job. They've held up for me. This was back when I really did not have the money to afford any of this, but SSD, drag link, and pan hard link, and top link for the 3-link. SSD steering link. Everything's falling apart on me here. Vanquish titanium links. SSD D60 scale axles. And then that's actually the stock slipper, believe it or not. You can see it's pretty worn. This is a Toyzuki front motor mount plate kit. If you're willing to sacrifice a little bit less runtime and more performance and down low center of gravity, this is definitely the kit for you. I actually had to get in here just to get a little bit more clearance. And I shaved up all along the bottom there. But I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with this one at this point. But once this is set up, I'm actually gonna have a 3-link in the back too. A little bit more for scale looks and less for performance, but I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that one at this point. I'm thinking I'm going to do a Trailfinder 2 body, or something like that maybe. But I also have this set of axles. That was the original axles that were on this kit over here. And I think I might take those and start building a full tube chassis 1.9 scaler. And yeah, quick look at my shop here. Bunch of screws on the ground right about there. Sorry about that. High-tech charger, a couple power tools, some paints, electronics box, invoice box right about there, tire box, plastic box, some spare metal, vise them and mount on my new fabrication table, some spare metal, Cow RC under butter right here if I don't drop it on the ground. Highly recommend Cow RC. I know this is not a paid promotion. Just some of the stuff I use very often, so I like to keep it close in one box. Some spare tires, remotes, batteries, and then my trail box. I take this out on me with the trail just in case anything happens. I got some shock weight. Can't go wrong with zip ties. Some grease, transmission parts, C-hubs, E-Revo rod ends, spare pinions. If you like that video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. And if you guys got any particular questions about any of these rigs, Bomber, Ascender, SCXN 2.0, Team Associated Buggy, and I guess the build I don't know what the hell's going on with, or anything in my shop, let me know in the comments below and I'll do a video on it. Or if you guys want an update on what's happening in the shop or what's going on or what my new projects are, then let me know.